Welcome to Scary Horror. This is the official archive of the unexplained events of 2025, a collection of verified recordings that remain unsolved to this day. Our journey begins at 3:11 in the morning in a quiet suburban home. Without warning, every single electronic device in the house springs to life simultaneously. Televisions blare static, radios cycle through stations, and lights flicker uncontrollably. But the most chilling sound comes from the nursery. A baby monitor, forgotten in collecting dust on a shelf, crackles to life. A soft, raspy voice, not belonging to anyone in the house, whispers through the speaker. He's awake now. The young couple who owned the home froze in terror. They didn't have a child. They never found the source of the voice, and the occurrences stopped as suddenly as they began. They sold the house a week later. Our next file is dashcam footage from a delivery driver on a remote rural route. It was a clear, sunny afternoon. The footage shows the driver pulling over after seeing a woman standing alone at the edge of a dense forest. She appears distressed, gesturing for help. The driver, a kind man according to his family, gets out of his truck to assist her. The camera continues to roll, capturing the empty driver's seat and the quiet rustle of leaves. Minutes turn into an hour. Suddenly, the woman emerges from the woods. This time, she's alone. And she's wearing the driver's distinct bright Kilo Company jacket. She calmly walks past the truck, glances directly at the camera with an unnervingly blank expression, and continues down the road, disappearing from view. The driver was never seen again. The jacket was never recovered. This next piece of evidence is a single haunting image. It was automatically uploaded to the cloud from a hiker's phone deep in a national park. The hiker had been reported missing for 3 days when this photo appeared. The timestamp shows it was taken late at night from inside his tent. The flash illuminates the thin nylon walls. But what's truly terrifying is the shape pressed against the fabric from the outside, just inches from the camera lens. It's a distorted humanoid silhouette, hunched over as if peering in. You can almost see the fabric straining, feel the warmth of its breath condensing on the other side. Search parties found the tent, ripped open from the outside. The phone was lying on the ground, its battery dead. The hiker's final moment was capturing the face of what was hunting him. Now, we turn to a seemingly ordinary family home and their smart doorbell footage. For a week straight, at precisely the same time every night, the camera recorded their front door swinging wide open. It would hang ajar for a few moments before slowly creaking shut. The terrifying part? The deadbolt and chain lock were always engaged. The recordings clearly show the locks remaining perfectly still, untouched, as the solid wood door opens inward, defying all logic and physics. The family placed furniture against it, installed new locks, but nothing worked. The door continued to open on its own each night as if welcoming something inside. They fled the house, leaving all their belongings behind, convinced something wanted in, and it wouldn't take no for an answer. Our fifth case takes us underground into a city's subway system. It was just after midnight when a train pulled into a deserted station, 10 minutes ahead of schedule. This was unusual, but what was truly alarming was that the operator's cabin was empty. The few late-night commuters on the platform, confused but eager to get home, boarded the train. The doors slid shut and the train departed. That was the last time it was ever seen on the network. The only record we have is a grainy security camera clip from inside one of the cars. Shows the passengers chatting, then looking around in confusion as the train accelerates to an impossible speed. Suddenly, the lights inside the carriage flicker and die, plunging them into total darkness. Now the audio captures a symphony of pure, unadulterated screams, which are abruptly cut off. The train and everyone on it vanished without a trace. This next file is an audio recording, a voice note recovered from a student's phone. It was sent from her best friend's number. In the message, the friend's voice is ragged, breathless, and filled with a desperate panic. She begs the student, by name, not to come looking for her, pleading that it's a trap and she won't find what she thinks she will. The message is chilling on its own, but its context makes it truly horrifying. The voice note was sent at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday. Her best friend had been officially pronounced dead in a car accident 5 hours earlier. Forensic analysis confirmed the voice belonged to the deceased girl, but could never explain how a message was sent from her phone hours after her confirmed time of death. For our seventh file, we examined data from a popular sleep tracking app. A user had been complaining of exhaustion despite getting a full 8 hours of sleep. He decided to use an app that records audio throughout the night to detect snoring. When he played back the recording the next morning, he didn't hear snoring. Instead, he heard the soft, distinct sound of bare footsteps. The steps were slow and deliberate, circling his bed over and over for hours. Each night he ran the app, and each night the result was the same. The footsteps would begin shortly after he fell asleep and end just before he woke up. He lived alone on the top floor of a secure apartment building, and his bedroom door was always locked. He never heard a thing while he was awake. He was never alone in his sleep. Our final, and perhaps most disturbing record, comes from a hospital with a dark history. A section of the hospital, Wing C, had been sealed off for years after a tragic fire. In the middle of a long night shift, a veteran nurse was doing her rounds in the adjacent active wing. As she passed the heavy bolted doors that led to the condemned section, she heard a voice. It was faint, but clear, calling her name from the darkness beyond the sealed entrance. Her blood ran cold as she recognized where it came from. Room 404, the epicenter of the fire, where no one had survived. The hospital's own records confirmed the wing was empty and structurally unsound. No one could be in there. Yet the voice called her name again, this time more insistent, beckoning her closer to the burnt-out room that shouldn't hold any life. By the end of 2025, every clip, every recording, every piece of footage you've just heard about was meticulously analyzed by experts around the globe. Their conclusion was unanimous and terrifying. They were all authentic. No signs of tampering, no hoaxes, no logical explanations. And to this day, not a single one of these cases has ever been solved. The mysteries remain, locked away in this archive, as a stark reminder that some doors are best left unopened. If you found these accounts as chilling as we did, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Scary Horror, and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss what we uncover next. Thanks for watching.